see this DVD right here? This is the film that I just finished watching. It is one of the most acclaimed Canadian films ever, and it is Inuit. Now, as you can see, the top line right here, you can see that it's an Inuit title. That's the name of our lead character. So, because I'm not Inuit, and even though they said the name multiple times in the movie, I still couldn't make it out. I'm too busy reading the subtitles and watching what's going up on the screen. So throughout the duration of this video, I'll just be addressing the name of the movie as The Fast Runner and calling the lead character our title man. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say the name of this man, so yeah. So right here in Mackinac Island, movie man Dan is back to talk a little bit about The Fast Runner. It is one of the, as I said, it's one of the most acclaimed Canadian films ever. It's pretty interesting. You can tell different kinds of cameras were used throughout the duration of this, and you can also tell that they didn't have experienced actors. They instead, so of course they used non-professionals and actual Inuits to be in this, and it must have been live on location. Well, not live on location, but shot on location. And watching it too, it's a pretty unique sort of experience because they use non-professionals. The acting in some parts is not that great, especially when people cry. It's a pretty shocking, sad movie. Whenever someone cries in this, it's very annoying. And yeah, I really could not stand hearing someone cry because it was not believable, to say the least. So yeah, the movie deals with our title character living up in Inuit. I'm not sure if that's the name of a real place or not, but yeah, he hears about these spirits and evil that possesses their land, and there's this rival of his who actually is evil, and his family kind of is too. They end up, the dude that's his age, they've always been rivals, and there's some marital issues that happen, some revenge bits that happen, some violence, and yeah, the movie is definitely flawed. Okay, as I said, with the cries and some of the fight scenes aren't all that good either, and yeah, the movie is almost 3 hours. Okay, it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. Didn't need to be that long, but at the same time, the movie had this really bizarre appeal to me. I have no idea how and why I felt so interested and so intrigued by what I was watching it. I have said in some of my past reviews that sometimes a movie, although I admit it's not very good, does a good job in sucking me into the moment so that I feel exactly what the characters do, and I have a better time with it because I'm sucked so deep into it. And The Fast Runner, yeah, it's one of those cases, but The Fast Runner actually is a good film. I disagree when people say that it's a masterpiece, like Leonard Maltin, for instance, giving the movie his rare 4 stars. It's not that good, but the movie does do a great job in immersing us into the moment, learning about. Of course, we all know about cycles of violence, but this movie's own little take to it. It's okay. It's interesting, and it's a pretty unique experience. Not because of its cameras, but because, especially if you're not an Inuit person, the movie really takes you deep into that other world and we get to know each of these characters pretty well. Sometimes it gets confusing of who's who because our leading man, his brother, and the bad guy, I hate to say it, but they look just so much like each other. Nobody else in the movie looks. Everyone else in the movie, they all maintain their own separate looks to themselves, but these three guys, they look the same. I got confused a few times of who was who, but you know what? That's not that big a deal. It was a unique film. I liked it for what it was. Didn't love it, but you know what? That's fine. So I'm going to give The Fast Runner 3 stars out of 4.